Kitchen remodel, part 3. This is where we paint the trim, paint the walls, and show you why my wife is the painter. Here on Loving the Real World. One of the reasons that I never like to paint is the detail work, the masking off, the sanding, the prep, everything like that. Oh, it would drive me crazy. Not to mention getting down in the floor and not being able to get back up again. I'm just too old for that. But my wife, she handled it with no problem. She was able to mark out all the areas on the ceiling and all the defects. And this was after we already fixed it a couple of times. So once all that was done, we started, well, she did, uh, cover up everything so we could get ready to prime the ceiling and actually do some paint work. But it's amazing what your house looks like during reconstruction time, I guess. Uh, you would almost think that we walked into a horror movie. Uh, Everything was covered, uh, doors were covered. Looked like we was getting ready to walk into a horror house. Anyway, this is just what you might be expecting. My area of work is wood. I like working with wood, making the trim pieces, making the pieces that make everything look custom, I guess. This right here is the end caps on the cabinets to make the cabinets look built in. And they actually turned out pretty good. Uh, we'll show you the final work on all this on the next episode. Now you gotta remember this house that we're working on is built in the late 50s. And the windowsills were not in the best shape. And we did get everything scraped down and cut out here. But still, to make it look good by just paint alone was not a good idea. So I came up with the idea of making some molding around the windows that matched the cabinets. And so I went down to my trusty little chop saw and started cutting some oak uh, and trimming it up. And it took a little while, but I got the first piece done and I used it as a template for the left side. I did the right side first. And this is the process here. So let's just speed through this and hope you enjoy it. Now my trusty table saw will only cut so deep, so I think I needed something like 4 inches or 4.5 inches or something like that. I can't remember, but I was not able to cut the whole slot in one swoop, so I ended up having to make multiple cuts to get the whole back cut out so it would fit up against the window correctly. And this was a process since I don't have no datas or anything like that. Just moving the saw and cutting it, doing our magic weave cut on the trusty table saw. So well, all y'all professionals reach down there and give me some comments on how I could have done this better. So after getting the two caps for the right and the left side of the window, all we had left was the top cap, and this was a pretty simple cut. All we had to do is get the width right and the length right, and we were good to go. But anyway, we'll show you a little bit what it turns out and looks like. So we go from looking like this to looking like this. We did paint the window to match the walls, and it looks a little better for old house. Our kitchen closets have not had doors on since probably a couple weeks before we moved in. We took them down in order to redo them, and it's amazing how life just is overwhelming and you don't have time to do these things you really need to do. But I'm very lucky I had a wife that's understanding and was willing to put up with this until it's just not acceptable anymore, and we just need to get it done. So here I am, putting new hinges on the doors, putting new door pulls and handles and locks. Well, this is what it looks like with doors on the closets. It's amazing. And I'll wrap up this session, and hope you join us on what the kitchen looks like today after all the finishing touches. Please leave your comments below, and join our channel if you hadn't already, and like, share, and subscribe. So if you get a chance today, be the reason somebody believes in the goodness of God. Come back and see us. Bye-bye.